Hi guys. So I know I've been MIA for a bit. It's partially because I've been actually sick the last week. Like literally all week I have been sick to the point that I didn't even want to get out of bed to even grab my books. Yeah, I know that it was that bad. Next, I can't hear anything out of my right ear, so that was another reason why I really did not want to record. And then I started D&D recently, and I've been focused on that and schoolwork because I just started another class. So yeah, I've been like jumping all over the place between personal life and school life, and it's just been oh my god, it's just been a lot. Anyway, but we're starting the next chapter of Tessa's Lost and Found. I got a new bookmark because the other one I had was getting annoying. Plus, this came in with a bunch of Harry Potter shirts that I got. So yeah, chapter 4. But first, Hagrid's Garden. So for all my Harry Potter fans. And anyways, let's start this. The next morning, Tessa was the first to arrive at the Star Darlings table in the Celestial Cafe. She turned to the door, and right on cue, Gemma walked in. The two were almost always the earliest for breakfast. Life on the farm began with the chickadoodles crowing at sunrise, and neither could manage to sleep even a little bit past that, with few exceptions. The sisters settled into seats facing the cafe glass wall, with the glorious view of the Crystal Mountains. Brilliant rays bounced off the mountain peaks for a moogle. The two were silent. Even Gemma knew to sit quietly, soaking in the positive energy. "So," Gemma said, finally breaking the silence, "I have to tell you what happened last Star Night. Libby and I were walking through the Serenity Gardens when we saw Piper meditating. Tessa listened with one ear, a skill she developed at a very young age when it became clear that Gemma could take star hours to tell a story that should have been told in Starman's. Their orders were taken and delivered. She finished her star cakes, then looked questioningly at Gemma and her half-eaten bowl of sparklos. Nodding, Gemma pushed the bowl to her, saying, "So then, Piper tells us this dream about driving a star car. I mean, actually steering and braking it, with no auto feature that she can figure out. And meanwhile, more star darlings were arriving, and the cafe was filling with students, eating, talking, and laughing. Leona, Piper, Astra, and the others sat down with Scarlet slipping into a seat at the other end of the table. Only Cassie was missing then. Sage, did you see Cassie this morning?" Tessa asked. Sage shook her head, tossing her long lavender hair. "No, she was already gone when I woke up." Just then, Cassie hurried in, looking worried. She took the last seat next to Scarlet. "Is everything all right?" Tessa asked, her voice carrying across the table. All talking stopped while everyone turned to Cassie. Even a few girls at the next table paused their conversation to listen. Tessa noted Vivica at the head of that table, Violetta at her side. Cassie gave a funny sort of laugh. "Of course!" She shot a look at the other table, and the girls reluctantly turned away. "I stopped by Tech Repair to pick up my star zap." She trailed off as if she had more to say. "And?" Sage asked impatiently. "Well, it's fixed." Cassie leaned forward, lowering her voice. But something strange may have happened to it." "Something strange happened to your star zap?" Tessa repeated to make sure she heard correctly. Heads turned in her direction. "Oh, Starf!" She'd spoken way too loudly. Now everyone was interested, so she raised her voice even louder. "I've heard about this new virus going around." "Me too," added Sage. "My mom was talking about it. The Star Boars bug. It just keeps replaying your old holotext." "Oh, that's old news," Vivica called out loudly, not even caring that now everyone knew she had been eavesdropping. "You slow developers are always behind the times. You should have a new special class just for how to work a star zap." She and her friends giggled loudly, then flounced out of the cafe with superior looks at the star darlings. Don't let them dim your glow," Libby told Cassie. "Go on." "Well," Cassie continued after taking a deep breath. It turns out my messages were all being rerouted. Stars knows where. The technician said it might be a virus, or a forwarding mechanism. Could have been... She whispered the rest of her sentence to Scarlet, who frowned and leaned over to whisper to Libby. Libby whispered to Sage, and the message went around the table until it reached Tessa. The forwarding mechanism could have been saving face on your jar cap? Tessa giggled. This is worse than a game of holophone, she complained. Let's find somewhere to talk. So the entire group of Star Darlings got up and found a private relaxation room in the nearby Lightning Lounge. Immediately, the room started to play the theme song from a popular and scary weekly holovision program called The Dark Files. The show had been keeping viewers on suspense for eons. Tessa wasn't crazy about it. It was too spooky for her liking. Plus, every Star Week, it focused on some strange conspiracy theory, such as all Starland leaders plotting with alien beings. For once, she wished the room's sensors didn't pick up on mood. But a few Starmans later, Tessa finally understood what Cassie had been talking about. The technician thought someone might have sabotaged Cassie's star zap, programming it to send her holotext to another device. Astra had a thoughtful look on her face. Mine's been acting odd too, she said. Remember when I accidentally left it in Lady Stella's... Oh, wait, wrong. Remember when I accidentally left it in Lady Stella's office? Cassie asked everyone. She could have done something with it. Oh, come on, Sage said, leaning back to gaze at the sky as the retractable roof opened. First of all, Cassie, you're always losing your device. I can't count how many times I've had to use Find My Zap. Besides, she added offhandedly, you always think people are taking it, too. Remember when you thought Lady Cordial of all Starlings stole it? All the Star Darlings giggled. When was that? Asked Libby. Oh, right, during the first week of school. Tessa remembered the Star Quad had been filled with first years who were having trouble getting acclimated to their star zaps. Of course, poor Lady Cordial, the admissions director, had been in a panic. She was trying to explain how star zaps worked to a large group, but her stuttering had been so severe no one could understand her. Yes, Cassie said. Somehow my device wound up with all her display star zaps, and she was about to walk away with it. When I asked for it back, she was so distraught, she tried to give me a different one. Then she offered to give me all the star zaps. Lady Cordial is always trying to do the right thing, Libby said. Once she held the door open for Lady Stella using wish energy, but then starlings kept coming and she didn't want to close it on anyone. So she stood there, concentrating on that door for an entire star hour. I'm just saying it's possible, Cassie said, bringing the conversation back to Lady Stella's tampering with her star zap. Lady Stella isn't like Lady Cordial. She's so powerful. Everyone has to take her seriously. I certainly do. Scarlet agreed. Tessa blinked. This was all just guesswork. There wasn't one shred of real evidence against Lady Stella, but looking at the other girls' faces, she could tell some were wondering, was their beloved headmistress out to get them? Chapter 5. Short chapter. Yay. Okay, I will see you guys next time.